Alright, hello everybody. This is Immerse, and I'm going to be playing a demo of a game I found on Steam called The Lawyer. So this is just a demo. When it fully does come out, I'm going to play it even more. You're going to kind of see me like, if you could see me, you see me kind of looking off to the side, is because I'm looking at my camera to make sure it's still recording. Because the last game I played, and I tried to do a camera, it stopped recording. So you're gonna see me look at my other screen to make sure it's still recording. Yeah, let's do this. Order in which you visit locations may have an impact on the story. Ooh, Jerry.
Hello, my name is Mark Ferry. I'm an attorney at law. Are you here to take a closer look at my everyday duties? Well, you should have seen my last case. Remember this poor woman found dead in her bathtub? That was intense. I'm sorry, that wasn't very sensitive of me. Still, the case was huge, and got on the media too. Heard about that? Yes? No? My point is, we're in the middle of a slow season. At least I am. Like there aren't any crimes during summer. What nonsense. But first, I'd like to introduce our extremely reliable, irreplaceable secretary, Miss Podnick. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
These
Ferry.
graphics
There was a phone call from the court. They wanted to talk with you.
Are beautiful.
A phone call from the court? Did they state their business?
Yes, they requested you take a case as a public defender.
We move
A
on.
public defender? What did you tell them?
I was confused a bit and told them that you are a private attorney, but they claimed that you're on the list.
Well, I guess I am.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
Well, it was a long time ago. I tried public defense after completing my degree. You know, wanted to do something for the community, for people economically underprivileged.
But you haven't taken any case as a public defender since I started working here, have you?
That's true. I took some of these cases at the beginning of my career, and at some point I ended up here in my dad's office. So when they were calling me from the court, I turned them down once, then for the second time.
I understand.
I thought I'd sent my resignation. Well, seems I'm still on it.
I told the court that you'd give the answer as soon as possible. Shall I make a call and tell them about your refusal?
No, tell them I accept.
I'm sorry.
I'm serious. I thought I'd have a lot of work after the red bathtub case, but I was wrong. I need to occupy myself with another case.
I understand, but maybe you'd like me to at least check what this case is about?
Please do. I can take any case now.
Of course. I'll let the court know about your decision and ask for more details then.
Excellent. I'll be around.
Okay, so I'm the fairy guy. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look at something and I'll be right back. Okay, that's better. Alright, I'm back. Okay. So, what do I do then? I can exit.
Mr. Ferry, could you come here, please? I talked with the court. Here are the documents. Please check the nature of the case. One of the pages is the letter of acceptance. You need to sign it, and then I'll fax it back. Or you can send it from your office if you prefer.
No need to wait. Thank you, Mrs. Podnick. I'll pick it up on my way out.
This is so cool. Oh my god, I cannot wait for this to actually become a full game. Like, this is so cool. This is kind of what I wish, this is what I wish, the Payne's Creek Killings was like. Find out who the prosecutor is. Okay. DA pass. This is a letter from the court in which you're informed about the details of the case. It contains very useful. I can't speak. I'm so excited. You should take a look at it. Okay. Analyze text.
What do we have here?
Determine who's the defendant in the case. Click on the name of the person.
Mr. Owen Williams, 25 years old, African American, married. He's still in the detention center because he didn't bail himself out. And what are you charged with, Mr. Williams? Wow. Drug distribution, participation in an organized criminal group? What have I gotten myself into? previous public attorney has passed away, so the court urgently needed another lawyer. Raylan Jackson. Ruthless and ambitious. Won't be easy with this guy. I should call the DA's office to schedule the meeting.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So you have to actually pick what information is useful. Every new piece of information will impact in-game choices and options. So you have to literally pay attention, because if you don't and you miss something, it's gonna be off. So I wonder if this demo is like a way for you to like kind of pick out, because you noticed that this kind of lit up a little bit. So I wonder if this is like a helping hand a little bit. Is there something else that I missed? Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and click on everything, because maybe I missed something. Okay, I didn't miss anything then. Okay, so use the telephone in Mark's office. So, where's my office? Is it straight ahead? Can I run? Mark Perry. Ah! Jesus, I'm stuck. Jeez, I can see the pores on this guy's face. That's creepy. I don't like that. That's too much. That's too much detail. Attorney's office.
District Attorney's office.
Hello, this is Mark Ferry. I'm calling from the Ferry and Sonnenberg office. I'd like to make an appointment with Mr. Raylan Jackson.
The purpose of your visit, sir?
I want to speak with Mr. Jackson about the case DS35789 and to receive an access to gathered evidence and other case-related information. I'm representing the defendant.
One moment, please. Mr. Ferry?
I'm here.
Thank you for your patience. The prosecutor will meet you today. He's available from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please come anytime. Oh, and please take any document which confirms your identity, of course.
Thank you very much. I'll be there. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So who's Hector and Ted Robinson?
District Detention Center.
Hello, this is Mark Ferry. I'm the public defender for Mr. Owen Williams. He's kept in custody awaiting the trial. I'd like to visit him.
Mr. Williams? Yes, we have him in the register. And are you his attorney?
Yes, public defender.
I have a different name here. Mr. Percy Morgan. But that's not you, right?
Yes, that was the previous attorney, but he passed away. Maybe the court hasn't passed you the information yet.
When did you get the nomination?
Maybe a half hour ago?
Hold on. Maybe we got a fax from the court, but we haven't updated our registers yet.
Okay, that's weird. I wonder what happened to Percy Morgan.
Hello?
Yes?
There is a fax from the court. It seems your information is correct. We'll make the necessary changes in the documentation.
So, when can I meet my client?
Today, we're accepting guests between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m.
I'll be there. Thanks.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Do I have to remember these appointments? Visit the office and talk to... Okay, let's see how this goes. Am I gonna just have to go to the exit and then... Let me close my door. I have the same fright when it comes from Phasmophobia and Pain Screw Killings.
Oh, I almost forgot about that letter of acceptance. I should get back to Miss Potnick before I leave.
Ah, I like
Miss
that.
Potnick, I'm leaving. I need my letter of acceptance back.
Of course. Good luck with your case, Mr. Ferry.
Thanks. I'll see you later.
Okay, cool. So they actually kind of help you a little bit. Okay, so I do like that. I do like that. Okay. So you can kind of just like...
Hectic as usual, no matter if it's summer
Travel.
holiday or any other season.
I like that a lot.
Excuse me, sir. I have to see your pass, please.
Oh, I didn't even know you were there. I'm sorry,
I
bro.
can't let you through before I see the pass, sir. Thank you.
Sorry about that, my bro. I didn't even know you were there. So, who is Rylan Jackson? Are you Rylan Jackson? I like how they kind of all look at me like, why are you here? Like, they all can just kind of look at me. Nope, locked. Okay, so where is this Rylan Jackson? Is there gonna be a name on the wall, or am I gonna have to, like, search for this person? Is there, like, a map? And talk to Rylan Jackson. But which office is the DA's office? Which one's his desk? If you hear that, my son's in the background. Who is Rylan Jackson? Am I looking for a guy or am I looking for a girl? Like, who the hell is Rylan Jackson? This is starting to bug me. Can I talk to you again? I almost went to every single person in this damn office. Nope. Nope. No. No again.
Come in.
Finally!
Good day, Mr. Jackson.
Ah, Mr. Ferry. Welcome. I was a bit surprised that you still take cases as a public defense attorney.
These graphics are beautiful.
I needed a change.
Really? So now you decided to help a drug dealer and a gangster? I guess you know how it'll probably end, aren't you? And for what? The difference between a public defender's and a private attorney's salaries is beyond comparison. So my question is, why bother?
As I said, I need a change. Boredom, I have a lot of free time. I need to get myself in shape. That's like working out. Come on, are you cross-examining me? Besides, he's...
Come on. Are you cross-examining
I like
me? Besides, he's innocent before pled guilty, right?
Good one. Point taken. Never mind. Let's proceed. Have you talked to your client yet?
No, not yet. I'm gonna go visit him after our meeting and checking the evidence.
I'm flattered. You did well visiting me in the first place. There's one thing I'd like to discuss with you, but before that, let's go to the evidence room.
After you. The evidence room's around here. It's the one with the windowed wall.
Okay. Is he gonna come with me? I guess I'm going alone. Oh, I got hit by the door again. Jeez.
This is it. Drugs, pictures taken at the spot, statements, and the police report. The last one won't be introduced in the court.
Because of hearsay? So the man who arrested my client will testify in the court?
That's correct.
There isn't really a lot of it.
Ooh.
Indeed. Your client was caught during a police operation to take down one of the gangs operating in the area. Do you want me to briefly explain the situation?
Yes.
Yes, please. I want to know both perspectives.
Right. Mr. Williams is in his mid-20s. He has a wife and a small kid. He works as an independent taxi driver and a courier.
Independent. Is he self-employed?
Yes, a friendly guy from the neighborhood who can drive you anywhere you want or deliver things directly and faster than UPD, Delex, or other postal services.
FedEx. FedEx and USPS. I can see.
So, how did he get himself into, as you claim, criminal activities presented in charges?
They also spelled evidence wrong and suspect. So.
2 months ago, Owen was hired by Robin Smith, also known as RS, one of the leaders of the Southside Snakes, a drug-dealing gang working in the area. The defendant was asked to deliver a certain package, and he agreed to it. They met in the tenement house where Robin resided. The whole block had already been under surveillance back then, and the police waited for any good occasion to enter. When your client left the area with the package, the assault group entered the building and secured a significant quantity of drugs. Meanwhile, Mr. Williams was followed by Detective Roberts. He wanted to find out who was going to be the recipient of the package. Unfortunately, Mr. Williams was stopped on his way by a police patrol, presumably for running a red light. Fearing that the intervention would scare Williams away, Roberts decided to cancel the action and arrest the defendant on the spot. Of course, a package filled with narcotics was found in the passenger seat.
Did he resist?
As far as I know, he didn't. And of course he played dumb. That he didn't know what was in the package, nor he knew he was doing errands for a gang.
Maybe he really didn't know.
Oh, please. He's either really stupid or a good actor. Do you think the jury will buy this story? I really doubt that.
We'll see. Can I work with the evidence now?
Feel free. I'll be in my office. Stop by when you finish. You might have some more questions.
Okay, so already what I'm thinking is I'm gonna have to make a deal for this guy, and then I'm gonna have to like make a deal for him, because since he was already caught with narcotics, there's really no way to get out of that. So I think if I can do it, I'm gonna make a deal for him, and then for a reduced sentence, and then only if he gives the prosecutor, that dude just walked out, if I can get him, if I can talk to that Mr. Jackson about a deal where if he gives them the big fish, my guy gets a reduced sentence. That's really the only way I can see I can get my guy out of this.
So that was the statement presented by my client in the presence of the previous attorney.
Okay. Why can't I pick it up? Went out of my mouse. Oh, there it is. Analyze text. I, Owen, hereby state that I am innocent of the given charges. That is possession and distribution of illegal substances and being a part of a criminal organization. My association with Mr. Robin Smith was purely incidental. I was hired to pick up a package in his house in Southside and deliver it to Mr. Jack Taylor in Northside. Mr. Smith called a day beforehand on the 7th of June and asked to come the next morning. That was the first time I spoke with him. I'm a professional driver and courier known in the neighborhood. I also have my ad in a phone book. Okay, so it could be purely incidental. I do not know possible mutual friends. None of them were mentioned by him. So I suspect he knew my phone number from the book. Okay, so the first question I'm gonna have for this dude is if he really actually did know this guy before this ad. I arrived at Smith's around 11:30. That was my first time there. When I got to the door, an unknown man opened the door and told me to come inside. It turned out it wasn't Smith. There were 3 people in the living room, including the man who opened the door. One of them stepped forward, greeted me, and introduced himself as Robin Smith. He told me about the package, but not about its contents. The package was a duffel bag. When I grabbed it, I didn't feel it was heavy. Smith told me to take the bag to Jack Taylor as fast as possible, as we agreed on the phone. He paid me up front for the express delivery service. I asked only if the package is fragile. I thought based on the weight there might be something made of glass that could be possibly broken. What? Smith denied. I had no idea who the other people were. They looked kind of intimidating and remained silent during the talk, so I didn't see any guns on them or in the room. Mr. Smith was also polite to me, so I didn't expect any trouble. After I got out of the place, I wanted to go directly to Mr. Taylor. I was in a bit of a hurry because I wanted to earn more money for today and do more errands. I put the bag in the front passenger seat and drove away. When I crossed the bridge and got to the crossroad bridge intersection, I ran the red lights. I thought I could make it when they were still yellow. I didn't have to wait long for the consequences. Unluckily, there was a police patrol who witnessed my action and pulled me over. I was angry because I knew I would lose all the money I was going to earn to pay for the ticket. I was cooperative with patrol police officers. I had my ID and other documents, but they didn't ask me to leave the car. Suddenly, another car appeared and an unknown man in a white shirt came out. He showed his badge, introduced himself as a Detective Roberts. He immediately asked me to open the duffel bag. His voice was aggressive and it seemed the other officers didn't know what was going on. I did as he said. I was shocked because I found a bag of cocaine inside of it. I became anxious and felt that was a setup. I was arrested on the spot. I could scream something in motions like I didn't know, or something like that. I was thinking about the patrol and Detective Roberts stayed there with the bag and my car. I repeat, I'm innocent. I had no idea about the contents of the bag. I wasn't distributing them. I was just delivering a package from That's distributing! Oh god, I hope he didn't know. I couldn't also be a part of a criminal organization. I didn't know Mr. Smith or any other associates. I was treated by the police as a potential suspect, not witness. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all I can say. So, I'm gonna just click all these names. Is there more? Okay, that's it then. Okay. Is there anything else around here that I should see?
Well, that's the police report written by the officer who detained Williams. Let's take a look.
Okay.
The officer admitted that Owen Williams didn't resist during the search of the car, but started to get nervous when drugs were discovered.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's a bit strange. Because why would he get nervous if he didn't know that there were drugs in the car? That's where I think he knew. Because if he didn't know, he wouldn't be getting so nervous. Let's see if I missed anything else. Looked anxious when he spotted the detective. Asked him to open a duffel bag that was... Yeah, because if he did know, sure, he would be...
That's one piece of evidence. Seems the packaged cocaine was transported in this bag. Can I learn something more about it?
I wonder what I'm supposed to see here. Like, can I open pockets and such? Yeah, there's no label.
This is the key evidence. This package with a significant amount of cocaine could send my client behind bars for quite a long time. Somebody's opened the package. Was it Mr. Williams? It would be bad news. Maybe it was the police. Or maybe it was damage from the beginning. I should find the answers in the police report.
Okay. Okay, talk to Ryland Jackson. Okay, so we're getting to about the 30-minute mark. So as soon as we after we talk to Ryland Jackson, we'll end the demo for now, and then come back to it.
Mark Ferry, did you learn everything you needed from the evidence?
Maybe.
Seems so, but I still have some questions before I go to my client and listen to his version of events.
Of course you do. Before you ask your questions and go, there's one more thing we need to discuss.
And?
Look, we are rivals at the court, but the courtroom is not a place for a cockfight. I'm there to fight for justice, and I don't want to play tug-of-war. You know what I mean?
You're offering a plea bargain.
That's correct.
I'm a little surprised, that early.
It's not early at all. You're not his first attorney. The death of Mr. Morrigan slowed the whole procedure.
I may do
I'm
it.
just accelerating things.
All right then, you have my attention.
Owen Williams made a foolish mistake. There's no doubt about it.
We all make errors.
And because of that foolishness, I don't think he's part of the gang.
Right.
He's a small fry.
I
A trial
agree.
is a waste of time, and I'd rather avoid spending our resources in this case. We have bigger fish, one of the leaders, and a few real-time gangsters. I want to focus on them.
So, drop the charges then. Why bother?
It's not that simple. Drug
Right.
possession is a serious
But
felony.
he didn't know.
We're at war against narcotics as a society. Remember?
But he didn't even know what he was transporting.
Right.
You can't prove it. Do you think the jury is going to believe in that?
It depends. Maybe this gangster could testify that Williams didn't know about the contents of the bag.
Right.
Please, be sensible. You have no idea what this guy's capable of. Maybe he'd help you, or maybe he'd choose to incriminate him too. There's no need. We can end this without going to the court.
So what are you proposing?
We'll drop the charges of being part of a criminal organization and drug distribution. As for drug possession, he'll get 1 year in prison, including time he's already served in the detention center, or pay a $3,000 fine. That's all I can guarantee without chopping my head off.
And I honestly agree with Jackson, because he didn't know, And bringing him to court may actually... I hope that I can even bring it up with the defendant, because if we even go to court, then the drug cartel or gang may actually come after him.
Thank you. Your offer looks really generous. I'll pass it to my client.
Of course. You said you have some additional questions, right?
The gang, yeah.
Williams had another lawyer. What happened to him?
I'm gonna ask him all the questions.
He passed away.
What
How?
happened?
Cancer. Why?
I have doubts.
Was wondering if his death was somehow connected
Yeah.
to the case.
Same here.
I didn't know you were a fan of conspiracy theories. Mr. Morgan, God bless his soul, was a venerable man who struggled with his health problems for a long time. He thought he can take
But-
one more case.
Thanks for illuminating me. Can you tell me more about this gang which the police took down?
The South Side Snakes. Mostly street thugs pushing drugs and extorting small local businesses. Leeches.
So they were extorting the poor little guy. That's what it sounds like to me.
If they're small fish, then how did they get so much cocaine?
Good point.
Obviously, we have a much bigger player who's a supplier and has access to drug production means. Taking this gang down was the first step in our ongoing investigation. We hope the leaders will spill the beans.
Anything else?
Your client had contact with one of the leaders, Robin Smith, and his henchmen. They're the guys who gave your bird cocaine to deliver to another key person, Jack Taylor. But Owen Williams never got to his place because he'd been arrested by Officer Andrew Roberts.
Those guys seem to be my key witnesses.
Maybe, but all of them were killed during the police action.
That's a little convenient.
What? All of them are dead?
We wanted to capture them alive, but they refused to lay down their weapons. Only Jack Taylor survived, and right now, he's our key witness in the case, who can lead us to their employers.
So, maybe this guy knows about Williams.
Do you even listen to me? He's our key witness in a much bigger case, Ferry. Don't drag him to the court. You'll endanger both him and the investigation.
I can do you a favor and leave him out of court, but I need his testimony, even if it's written. Let me talk with him. Of course you'll be there the whole time like a normal examination.
Is it that all?
Can you tell me more about the circumstances of the arrest?
Everything is in the report. Have you read it?
That's not really helpful.
Because I don't really have anything more to add. The guy had a tail since he'd left Smith's house with the package. Then the police stopped Williams for some petty reason, and Detective Roberts intervened. Jackson didn't resist, but he became anxious when they discovered the cocaine. No surprise. I would be too.
Anxious? Maybe surprised?
It doesn't matter really.
It could matter if he really didn't know about the drugs.
Right.
He could fake his reaction. Let's leave that subject. It doesn't lead us anywhere. Do you have any more questions or topics to discuss?
Okay. So it's at the 34-minute mark. So I'll get back to Perry and Sonnenberg, and I will leave you guys for today. And we will resume the next time I play the rest of the game. I don't know how much of the demo they'll give us, so I'll just do the most that I can, I guess. Okay. You want to advance to the next step, which is the trial. You can call it a day. You have to be at Ferry and blah to do so. Go back. Okay. I'm here. Now what? Okay, is there anything I need to do here? I'm back here, but what do I do now? Let me go to the detention center and talk to, what's his name? Let me go talk to that guy. I'll keep playing. Yeah, I'll keep playing.
Good day.
Good day, sir. Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to visit my client.
First and last name of the defendant?
Owen Williams.
May I see your ID?
I can't run either. I have to go back to my office to get my ID. So do they want me to just call it a day? But I can't. It wouldn't let me. Oh, I guess. But it's unavailable in the demo episode. Okay. You're about to advance to the trial stage. Are you ready to call it a day? Yeah. So let's just do it. Like, let's see what happens.
All rise. Department 2 of the Superior Court is now in session. Judge Theodore Robinson presiding. Please be seated.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The court is now in session. Calling the case of the people of the state versus Mr. Owen Williams. Are both sides ready?
Ready for the people, Your Honor.
Ready for the defense, Your Honor.
Will the bailiff please swear in the jury?
Will the jury please stand and raise your right hand? Do each of you swear that you will fairly try the evidence before this court, and that you will return a true verdict according to the evidence and the instructions of the court? So help you God? Please say I do.
I do.
You may be seated.
We will now hear the opening statement from the prosecution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you're here to decide the fate of the defendant who has been charged with the crime of possessing over 2 pounds of cocaine for dealing and distribution purposes, as well as taking part in organized crime. The defendant has been caught red-handed by the police during a secret operation to crack down the gang. He met the gang members and picked up the bag with drugs and tried to deliver it to another criminal, Mr. Jack Taylor, one of the leaders of the gang. The defendant then was stopped by the police patrol for running the lights, but he was also followed by Detective Andrew Roberts for the whole time. He's the one who decided to enter the scene and arrest the suspect. The police indeed found a bag containing the drugs, which was the direct purpose of arresting on the spot. The evidence and testimonies I present will prove to you that the defendant is guilty as charged.
Thank you, counsel. Let's hear the defense's opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, under the law, my client is presumed innocent until proven guilty. You've already heard serious accusations against my client, Mr. Owen Williams. You can understand that Mr. Williams is a crook working for a criminal organization. The fact is, he's a humble taxi driver and a courier. That day he was just doing his regular job and got a call from one of his many clients to deliver a package. Unfortunately, it turned out that his employer was a member of a gang. And what's more, the police planned that day to end the criminal activity of that group. Mr. Williams was extremely unlucky. He didn't know who he was working for, nor did he know the contents of the package. During this trial, you'll hear no real evidence against my client to prove charges of that caliber. My client is not guilty, and I'll prove it.
Prosecution may call its first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution calls Detective Andrew Roberts from TCPD, Gang and Narcotics Division.
Name and surname?
Andrew Roberts.
Please raise your hand and repeat after me. I, Andrew Roberts.
I, Andrew Roberts, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give to the court in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I've been here many times. I remember the oath by heart.
Detective Andrew Roberts, I remind you that you are at the court and there are procedures here. Please treat the officials with respect and speak when you are asked to. Is that clear?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
I guess Mr. Detective is a hothead. Or maybe he's flexible when it comes to formalities. Wonder if I can use that.
Mr. Roberts, please state your profession.
I'm a detective in TCPD, Gangs and Narcotics Division.
How are you related to the case?
I was the one who arrested Mr. Williams.
Why did you arrest the defendant?
He was transporting a bag of cocaine.
How much?
Around 2 pounds.
What's the street value of that amount?
Over $185,000.
Could the defendant operate that much drugs on his own or on behalf of a criminal organization?
All right, time to step in and spoil the party. Objection, Your Honor. The question not only calls for speculation, but is also leading.
Sustained. Please stick with the rules of evidence, counsel.
Objection first and stress in the part to prosecution. There's no limit to objections which trial, however, abusing the command too often in pure might disrupt court proceedings, and the judge will surely put your rapport with the court. Dang! So you can't just say objection, objection, objection to everything. In a situation in which your next properly used objection won't be taken seriously, even if it has grounds. So you gotta be really...
How did you know he was transporting the drugs?
That one's fine.
To be honest, I wasn't sure.
Please explain.
Mr. Williams happened to appear in the area under surveillance. You see, we were in the middle of an operation to crack down a drug gang called Southside Snakes. We were observing 2 houses belonging to the 2 key figures, Robin Smith and Jack Taylor. The 2 houses are located in 2 different parts of the city, so there were 2 surveilling teams observing suspects at the same time.
And the defendant?
He approached Robin Smith's house, located in Southside. It was morning. Mr. Williams came there by car. He entered the building and left it after a few minutes. He was holding a bag. He got into a car and drove away.
Who did he talk inside the house to?
But he wouldn't know that, so...
I don't know. But we knew there were at least 3 people there, all related to the gang, including Robin Smith himself.
What happened next?
Yeah, I'm gonna let that one go.
I was asked by Commanding Officer, Commissioner Francis Wright, to follow the man because he was probably going to another suspect, Mr. Taylor. In the meantime, the first squad in Southside decided to enter to neutralize suspects.
You arrested the defendant before he reached the destination. Why?
I'm gonna let that one go.
He ran the traffic lights, and the local patrol stopped him. I was worried that they would scare him away, so I decided to step in.
A patrol? How big was it?
2 police officers.
Did you arrest the defendant on the spot?
I'm gonna let that one go too.
No, I asked him to open the bag first, the one he took from Smith's.
What was the defendant's behavior?
Objection, Your Honor. This goes nowhere.
Overruled.
Damn.
Oh, he was agitated, like he knew what was coming up.
Well, now I know.
That's a fucking lie.
I got this.
During direct examination, to object to not only the person's questions, but also to giving testimony.
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is speculating.
Sustained. The court will remove the part which suggests the reason why the defendant was acting as described. Please continue, counsel.
Now you can raise an objection also to testimony during direct examination and cross-examination. Oh no!
That's a big lie. I wasn't agitated. I remained calm until I saw the cocaine inside the bag.
We'll get there.
Detective Roberts, where was the bag?
I'll leave it be. I'll leave it be.
In the front passenger seat, but One of the officers claimed the defendant wanted to hide it behind it.
Objection! Hearsay!
What hearsay? It's in the officer's written testimony.
No, it's not.
Mr. Roberts, you can only speak for yourself. The objection is sustained. Please continue,
Thank you.
Mr. Jackson.
What was inside the bag?
Now that I'm gonna stay.
Cocaine.
I'm gonna keep that there. Okay, I'm gonna keep that there too.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no further questions. I would like to submit pieces of evidence from number 1 to number 5, the duffel bag, bag of cocaine, the pictures taken on the spot after arresting the defendant, and the complete list of other police officers' statements from the patrol which were witnesses of the arrest. The list covers statements of 2 police officers who were at the time of arrest and 4 other detectives who claim they saw the defendants entering Robin Smith's house and then leaving with the presented evidence.
Thank you, counsel. Would the defense object to any pieces of evidence?
No, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to ask any questions to the witness?
No, Your Honor.
That's it? No, I wanted to ask. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna share feedback. Can I do it? Yes, I would. I'm going to do this. Okay? And you guys are gonna be on the screen to watch me do this. Yes, I would. What did I find most interesting? The investigation. As I was playing this game, I really wish they make a version of the prosecution, so you can kind of like do the lawyer and the prosecutor, like, and intertwine those. Like, I would play both. Like, that would be so cool if they did that. I just realized my arms are both out of the way. I would play both of them, and I would play them at the exact same time, because then you have the prosecutor and the lawyer, and it'd be kind of cool, like in Mass Effect, where you can like you can play game 1, 2, and 3, and it just has the exact same person. That'd be pretty cool to do for the lawyer. I'm not sure how you can get that to work, but oh my god. Would you get this review? Yes, a positive. Like, that was cool. The graphics are awesome. The graphics are awesome. The gameplay is awesome. To see the full version. I'm not gonna put my email because, yeah, I don't want you guys having my email. Okay. So that'll be it from me. I hope you all have a good day, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.